Tonight going to be your Young Gun Hornish Championship feature. On the pole, going to be the 9 of Maddox Dunn and his outside, the 66 of Max Dublin. Row 2 going to be the 85J of Joseph Aiken and the 8 of Devin McAllister. Row 3, the 49 of Camden Grimes and the 13 of Brantley Jones. Row 4, the 18 of Treston Higgins and the 23 of Preston Higgins. Row number 5 going to be the 18R of Connor Reed and the 44 of Laney Dublin. And row number 6, all by his lonesome, the 25 of Landon Sturgeon. All right, so the 44 Laney Dublin unable to make the call as they go down into 3, turn 4, green flag. Here we go. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Aiken and Dublin, but we're going to stay. Oh, a lot of contact between Dublin and Grimes. Oh, Brantley Jones got a little high there. He's all over the back bumper, the 8 of Devin McAllister. Lap 1 going to go to the 9 of Maddox Dunn, Joseph Aiken, Max Dublin, your top 3. Not sure what's going on back here in the mid-pack. Not sure. I think Camden Grimes has got trouble on that 49 car. But it is Maddox Dunn, your race leader. Joseph Aiken, Max Dublin, that's your top 3. Here comes the 18R of Connor Reed. Yeah, 49 is off the power for the 49 of Camden Grimes. And the 25 of Landon Sturgeon is pulling down into the infield as he's got trouble. Joseph Aiken gets wild coming out of turn 2. Oh, here we go. Landon Sturgeon's got the power back. I think Landon Sturgeon's got a flat tire because that car is kind of wobbling. He's going to pull it down into the infield. Maddox Dunn, your race leader, as he comes out of turn 4. And the yellow is out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. All right, we're going to do a single file restart. Maddox Dunn, your race leader. Joseph Aiken second, Max Dublin. That's your top 3. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Down to 1 and 2, the field goes. Joseph Aiken trying to run down that 9 of Maddox Dunn. Here comes the 18R of Connor Reed. Reed up to 3rd. Oh, Brantley Jones and Max Dublin get together on the back stretch. Yellow is out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. So the 13 of Brantley Jones kind of got into the backside of the 66 Max Dublin, and Dublin just looped it around there with a little bit of help. Into 3, coming out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Maddox Dunn still out front. Aiken, Reed, that's the top 3. Now you got Treston Higgins sits in 4th. Landon Sturgeon 5th. As Maddox Dunn is out front with a commanding lead. Down into 3, they're going to go. Coming out of turn number 4, it is all the 9 of Maddox Dunn. Aiken, Reed, Higgins, Sturgeon, Dublin, McAllister, Jones, and then Higgins rounds out the field. Connor Reed down to the bottom side of Joseph Aiken, trying to get around him and into 2nd. Aiken throws, oh, look out, Aiken comes down onto Reed. A little bit of contact, but we're gonna stay rolling, and Aiken throws it in hard again. Aiken really bumps Reed that time, and Aiken loops it around here on the front stretch. And he rolls backwards into turn 1. So Joseph Aiken and the 18K doing a little bumping and banging, a little left side love and a right side romance. All right, so the 85J at Joseph Aiken, I believe he's got trouble on that 85 machine as he pulled off the speedway. Maddox Dunn, Connor Reed, and Treston Higgins, your top 3. Landon Sturgeon, Max Dublin, your top 5. Into 3, out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Here comes Landon Sturgeon around the 66 of Max Dublin. As it is all Maddox Dunn out front. Sturgeon up to 4th. Yellow, 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 yellow. All right, here we go. Lights are down, 5 to go. No start. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Maddox Dunn jumps out to that race lead. Connor Reed second, Treston Higgins third, Landon Sturgeon fourth, Max Dublin fifth. Then McAllister, Jones, Higgins. It's all Maddox Dunn right now. As the laps are starting to tick down here. Oh, we got one off the power, the 25 of Landon Sturgeon. He's been having issues with that car all night long as he's going to try to get it down into the infield. He's gonna do it. Out of turn 4, you got the white flag. One more trip around for the 9 of Maddox Dunn. Down the back stretch and into 3, they go for the final time. Coming out of turn number 4, checkered flag for the 9 of Maddox Dunn. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the 9 of Maddox Dunn. All right, race fans, so the man behind all these young gun Hornets and getting these kids out here on the track and get involved, Mr. Tim Day, I'm going to hand the mic over to him as this is the Young Guns Championship night, and we're going to let him do his thing.
I appreciate y'all coming out tonight and supporting this class. This is the future of racing. If we don't get these young people involved, racing's going to die. And so I just want y'all to give a good round of applause to these drivers. They can hear you now, so give them a good round of applause and a good cheer for coming out tonight. We've got our points champion. We're going to award a championship tonight. So Justin, if you would grab that there. Max, if you would come up here. Max Dublin is our points champion. He was the only driver that showed up every race. So let's give Max a good round of applause. Good job, Max. And I think the trophy's taller than he is. Not quite. So good job, Max. Get a picture there with your car. And then we did most improved driver. And she's not here tonight, but Charlie O'Neill If you've been with us, you've seen her progress. She's progressively gotten faster. And so we'll be sure to get that trophy over to Charlie. So let's give her a round of applause as well. And then last trophy to award is our sportsman, which is the one who had the best attitude, the one who helped the class and everything. And that's actually our feature winner tonight, Max Dunn. And so let's give Max a good round of applause. He always had a cheerful attitude, always got out there and welcomed everybody. I want to say thank you to Clint and Midway for putting this class on and supporting the next generation of racers. If there's any parents out there that want to get their 12 to 18-year-olds involved, get with me, find us on Facebook, Driven to Win on Facebook, send me a message, and we will get you involved next year. The class is coming back, so let's get this class even fuller and have a blast out there. So thank you all for coming out tonight. Let's give one more round of applause to our young guns tonight. Okay, guys, let's get
All right, race fans, they're going to take some pictures with all these young gun Hornets. You know, we gave all the drivers a round of applause. How about a round of applause for Tim Day? One more. So they're going to take some pictures. All right, race fans, here we go. Door to door, bumper to bumper. First B feature of the night. Top four going to move on. Down the back stretch and into three. Out of turn four. Green flag is in the air. Carter Jackson jumps out to an early race lead. Perry Williams, Dylan Dampier, and Caleb Rhodes, your top four as of lap one. DOT there of Dustin Mathis is all over the place. He's got some handling issues on that car. Out of turn 4, lap 2 gonna go to Carter Jackson. Terry Williams up front, or up in second. Dylan Dampier, and now Matt Holtzclaw up to that 4th and final transfer spot. Carter Jackson doing good right here as he's up front. Got lap traffic ahead of him. As they're going to cross the stripe, Jackson going to make quick work of Matt Hess there. Out of turn 4, it's Jackson, Williams, Dampier, Holtzclaw. That's your top 4. Again, only the top 4 moving on. Everybody else going to put it on the trailer and watch from the sidelines. 2 to go this time by. Out of turn 4, you're going to see the white flag. One more trip around for the 65 junior Carter Jackson. First B feature of the night. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag waves for the 65 of Carter Jackson. Dylan Dampier 2nd, Terry Williams 3rd, and Caleb Rhodes 4th. Up next, race fans, going to be B feature number 2. Again, top 4 moving on. On the pole, going to be the 55 of Adriel Shepard. And then the 44R of Randall Cushing to his outside. Row number 2 going to be the 27R of Trice Rodden. And the 28C of Shane Creech. Row 3 going to be the 33 of Steve Muhlenberg and the 3N1 of Jacob Long. And row 4 going to be the 75 of Colby Lathrop. Green flag is in the air. So top 4 are going to move on. In this case, all 4 are going to move on. So they're just running for position right now. We had 3 scratches. Jacob Long, Steve Muhlenberg, and Shane Creech just come up and said that his transmission is shot. Trace Rodden going to be right there to the inside of Adriel Shepard. As they come out of turn 4, it is Rodden to the front, Shepard, Lathrop, Cushing. Trace Rodden up front, Adriel Shepard to the back bumper. Oh no, yellow is out, yellow, 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 yellow. Shepard got into the back of Rodden and took Rodden around. Superstocks report to staging. Superstocks report to staging. Lights are down. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Colby Lathrop now your race leader as Trace Rodden went tailback because he spun out, but the 55 Adriel Shepard went tailback as well because, well, he helped spin him out. Right now it is the 75 and Colby Lathrop out front. Rodden up to second, then Cushing and Shepard. Laps ticking down here in our second and final B feature of the night. As Colby Lathrop, your race leader, down into 3, coming out of turn number 4. 2 more trips around. Rodden going to go to the high side, try to find some ground. White flag, 1 more trip to go. Can Lathrop hold on? Oh, Colby Lathrop goes around. They're going to come out of turn 4. Checkered flag for the 27R of Trice Rodden. Adriel Shepard, Randall Cushing, and Colby Lathrop round out the field. Superstocks, your feature is up now. Superstocks, your feature is up now. I'm going to go ahead and give you the starting lineup for our second feature event of the night, and it is going to be your POWRi Superstocks. On the pole, going to be the 21W of Ted Welchmeyer and his outside, the 11 of Derek Brown. Row 3, going to be the 56 of Mark Davis and the 21 of Jared Lamke. Row 3, you got the 2A of Ace O'Neill and the 05 of Dale Berry. Row number 4, all by his lonesome, the 164 of Michael Muskrat.
Welcome to the My Race Pass app, the #1 app for motorsports fans. We want to make sure you get the most out of your My Race Pass app experience. With your new free account, you can use the My Race Pass app to see race day information, including event entries and official lineups and results for over 600 organizations across North America. You can also see track information and purchase online event tickets for select tracks. With your free account, you can also search for a track or series on the My Race Pass app and favorite their profile to receive news and race day notifications on your mobile device. To see more information and to see which app subscription is best for you, be sure to visit getmrpapp.com. My Race Pass, the ultimate racing resource.
Race fans, can everybody hear me loud and clear? Okay, so check it out. We normally race on Friday nights. Next weekend, we are racing on Saturday night. We got the Bill Ragland Memorial next Saturday. All right, here we go. Lights are down. First feature of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, second feature of the evening. 15 laps. Green flag is in the air. Derek Brown, Ted Welchmeyer going to be door to door. Brown going to say, see you, bye-bye, as he's going to get shot from a cannon down the back stretch and into 3. Brown, Welchmeyer, Lamke, that's your top 3. Davis and Barry going to battle out for 4th and 5th. Through 3 and 4, the field goes. Single file up front here, and then we got door-to-door action in the back part of the field. Derek Brown starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Welchmeyer holds on to 2nd, Lamke 3rd, Delberry up to that number 4 spot, but he's still got Mark Davis right down at the bottom side. Davis got some tire rub as that right rear quarter panel is rubbing on the right rear. Not sure how he got that damage. Cars battling it out for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Barry, Davis, now Muskrat coming up there. Michael Muskrat trying to get up in there and crack the top 5. It is Derek Brown way out front. Ted Welchmeyer, Jared Lamke, Dale Barry, Mark Davis, your top 5. Ticking down here as Muskrat comes up into the number 5 spot. Them last 4 cars, man, I tell you, they're putting on a show. Derek Brown a full straightaway lead over Ted Welchmeyer, then Welchmeyer's a full straightaway over Jared Lamke. Delberry holds on to 4th, Muskrat, Davis battling it out for 5th, as Muskrat's going to have the number 5 spot. Laps are ticking down. Derek Brown, like I said earlier, he has been unstoppable this year at the mighty Midway, and he's showing you why right now. A full straightaway lead over the 21W of Ted Welchmeyer. Oh, look back here, Michael Muskrat trying to run down that 21 of Jared Lamke. Two more trips around here for the 11 of Derek Brown. Can he hold on? Michael Muskrat to the inside of Lamke as they're going to come out of turn 4. Muskrat to 3rd. Here comes your race leader, white flag. One more trip around for Derek Brown. Welchmeyer 2nd. Muskrat now up into that number 3 spot. Out of turn 4, checkered flag flies for the 11 of Derek Brown. Ted Welchmeyer 2nd, and Michael Muskrat takes 3rd. All right, race fans down there in victory lane. It is time to make some noise for your POWRi Superstock feature winner. When he climbs out of that hot rod, like I said, he's been unstoppable this year. Getting his safety equipment off. Got the boss and crew chief down there with him. Give it up for the 11 of Derek Brown. Race fans, as we lay the moisture down on the speedway, I'm going to give you the starting lineup for our POWRi Midwest Modified feature. On the pole is going to be the 5D of Dustin Dennison, and to his outside, the 7C of Derek Cook. Row number 2 going to be the 83 of Ben Newell and the 17 of Logan Ruark. Row 3, you got the 8K of Tyler Knudsen, and on the outside of row 3, the 18K of Tyler Crocker. Row number 4 going to be the 15R of Oakley Ragland and the 25 of Eli Muhlenberg. Row 5, the 84 of Dayton Newell and the 49 of Mason Rodden. And row 6 going to be the 25T of Austin Treadway and the 51 of Sean Henson. All right, race fans, here we go. 20 laps. We got them all lined up correctly. We had some DQs in the B features. We got it all figured out. Time to go. Green flag racing. Lights are down. Dennison Cook on the front row. Green flag is in the air. Down through 1 and 2 the field goes. We're going to make it through. We're going to go down into turn 3 with your race leader, the 5D of Dustin Dennison. He's going to be followed in by Ben Newell, Logan Ruark, Cook, Knudsen. We're starting to get single filed out now. Dustin Dennison, your race leader. Ben Newell, Logan Ruark, Tyler Knudsen. Oh, we got one around the 27 there. 27T looping it around over there on the backstretch coming out of turn 2. Race fans, half-price cheeseburgers in the concession stand. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Dustin Dennison leads them back down on 1 and 2. 3 wide here in the mid-pack, 3 wide up front. Oh, we got a lot of bumping and banging here. Out of turn 4, it's Dennison, Newell, Ruark, your top 3. Knudsen, and it's either Ragland, Cook, or Newell. I ain't sure which one. They're going to be 3 wide, 4 cars battling for 5th. That's going to be Crocker, Ragland, Newell, Cook, and Oakley Ragland are going to take over the number 5 spot. It's all the 5D and Dustin Dennison as of now. But he's got Ben Newell, Logan Ruark, Tyler Knudsen, and Oakley Ragland. Here comes the 18K and Tyler Crocker. And Crocker's coming up there as well. Coming out of the 17 to Logan Ruark's car. But he's going to stay rolling. It's Dennison still. Newell, Ruark, Knudsen, Crocker now up to the top 5 spot. Ragland, Dayton Newell, Derek Cook, Henson, Muhlenberg, Rod Holtzclaw, Cushing, Lathrop, Treadway. That's the field right now. A lot of separation throughout the field. We got green flag racing. Remember, race fans, first, the man who picks up the win tonight locks himself into next weekend. Oh, we got two cars together, but they're going to stay rolling. Lathrop and Cushing were kind of bumper to bumper, and Lathrop goes around in 3 and 4. Oh, Crocker barely touches. Yellow is out. Yellow, 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 yellow. Tyler Crocker barely touched Lathrop. Kind of gave the right side of his car a little facelift. Race fans, if you have lost a key for a slingshot, you might want to go to the concession stand. If you lost your slingshot key, go to the concession stand. Again, race fans, if you lost your key to a slingshot, go to the concession stand. Slingshot key at the concession stand. Green flag is in the air. One and two, we're good. Everybody's going to make it through. Oh, Ben Newell goes around right in front of the field. Yellow, 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 yellow. I see Eli Muhlenberg, Derek Cook, and Oakley Ragland over there in turn 3 and 4. Ben Newell kind of got a little wild, got drilled, pushed back the correct direction, and then it was just a domino effect from there. right, so Derek Cook able to drive away. Eli Muhlenberg able to drive away. Oakley Ragland is stopped down there in the bottom of 3 and 4. Here we go. Lights down. Single file restart. We're going to be green flag out of turn 4. Again, single file restart. Green flag is in the air. And we got one facing the wrong direction. Yellow, 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 yellow. All right, so I'll be honest, I missed what happened over there on the start. I was watching the front of the field, and we had action going on at the back of the field. So, Eli Muhlenberg over there facing the wrong direction. Oakley Ragland pulled up at the top of turn 3 there in the hot chute area. Green flag is in the air. Down in the 3 and 4 of the field. Yellow, 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 yellow. We got debris in turn 3. Debris in turn 3. All right, lights are down. We're going to try it again. We will be green flag when they come out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air. And contact between Cook and Cushing here on the front stretch. We're going to keep down in the 3 and 4. Your race leader comes out of 4. It is Dustin Dennison, Ben Newell, Logan Ruard, Tyler Knudsen. Oh, we got Mason Rodden around in 3 and 4. Yellow is out. Yellow, 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 yellow. All right, did a little adjusting on the track there with the tires. And we're going to get ready to rock and roll. 12 laps down, 3 to go. All right, lights are down. We will be green flag when they come out of turn 4. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Down the front stretch into 1 and 2, the field's going to go. Dustin Dennison will lead the charge through 3 and 4. All right, we're getting some green flag laps in now. As we got laps ticking down here in the Midwest Modified feature, the prelude to the Bill Ragland Memorial next Saturday night. It's Dustin Dennison out front, Ben Newell, Logan Roard, Power Knudsen, Tyler Crocker, Dayton Newell, Trice Rodden, Sean Henson, Carter Jackson, Terry Williams, Matt Holtzcall, Derek Cook, Ugly Ragland, Adriel Shepard. Oh, Cushing and Rodden get together down on the back stretch there in the back part of the field. But we are still rolling. Yellow is out, yellow, yellow, yellow. For the 44 of Randall Cushing and the 75 of Colby Lathrop. Lights are down. We will be green flag out of turn 4. Dustin Dennison, green cone, green flag is in the air. Everybody going to make it through 1 and 2 clean and clear. Dustin Dennison been in charge since the drop of green as he's got the lead now. Dayton Newell trying to get up into the top 5 as he's trying to get around the 18K of Tyler Crocker. Two laps remaining here for your Midwest Modified feature. White flag. One more trip around for the 5D of Dustin Dennison. As he's got a pretty good little lead over the 83 of Ben Newell. Down the back stretching in 3 for the final time. Coming out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is in the air for the 5D of Dustin Dennison. Ben Newell, Logan Rorart, your top 3. Tyler Crocker is plumb sideways coming out of turn 4. I think he might have hit a tire. All right, race fans, time to crown another feature winner. He is just locked in his position for next weekend's Bill Ragland Memorial. So he'll be joining us next Saturday night as his starting position is locked in. Or he'll be part of the redraw is what I'm being told. So he's going to get that safety equipment off. Make some noise for the 5D of Dustin Dennison. All right, that's going to wrap up the Midwest Modified feature. We're going to lay a little bit of moisture down, and we're going to roll out the POWRi Pure Stocks. And here's how it's going to line up. On the pole, going to be the 23 of Mark Simon, and his outside the 32 of Richard Adams. Row number 2, going to be the 42 of Trevor Ellington and the 0 of James Reedus. Row 3, you got the 13 of Greg Dykstra and the 2 of Austin Dixon. Row number 4, going to be the 14 of Derek Davis and the 19 of Trenton Houston. Row 5, you got the 21 of Peyton McDowell and the 68 of Rhonda Lamke. And row number 6, going to be the 32A of Johnny Ray and the 28W of Michael Willoughby. Lights are down. 20 laps the distance. They're going to be green flag out of turn 4 with a little pure pandemonium. Into 3. There's the green start cone. Green flag is in the air. Mark Simon jumps out to an early race lead. Here comes a 0. James Reed is going to thread the needle. As they're going to go down through 3 and 4. Lap 1 goes to Mark Simon, James Reed, Trevor Ellingson, Richard Adams, Austin Dixon, your top 5. Oh, looks like we got some bobbling going through 1 and 2. As everybody kind of had to check up. It's still Simon, Reedus, Adams, your top 3. Trenton Houston now up there in the 4th. Starting to single file out here for your POWRi Pure Stocks. Mark Simon out front, your race leader. Trenton Houston now starting to work on Richard Adams there to get into 3rd. As Houston down the bottom side of Adams. Adams going to have to power back down the back stretch. As they're going to go into 3 door to door. Now to turn number 4, Trenton Houston to the race lead. Dixon rounding out your top 5 there as he's got Greg Dykstra all over his back bumper. Here comes the 21 of Peyton McDowell. And McDowell's going to be up there trying to get into the top 5 as well. McDowell moves into 6th. Mark Simon, James Reed is starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Simon, last time we've seen him here, he had issues with that Pure Stock. Looks like he's got him lined out, because he is out front, got her set on kill. James Reed is trying to chase him down as Reedus is in that 0. 19 of Houston sits 3rd, Adams 4th. Peyton McDowell now down to the bottom side of Austin Dixon as McDowell moves into 5th. Ticking down here. Austin Dixon sits in 6th, Derek Davis 7th, and Ellingson and Dykstra battle now for 8th and 9th. 9 laps remaining. Simon getting closer and closer to the back part of the field. As Reed is getting closer and closer to Simon, but does he have enough real estate left? Is there enough laps remaining? Turn 4, Mark Simon still out front, been in charge since the drop of green. James Reedus sits in 2nd, Trenton Houston. Peyton McDowell now up to 4th. Simon's got lap traffic ahead of him. How's he going to navigate it? Oh, Davis into the backside of Richard Adams there. Oh, Reedus is around, but he's going to keep rolling. Mark Simon, your race leader. Trenton Houston now second. Peyton McDowell third. Richard Adams fourth. After James Reedus looped it around coming out of turn 2. Oh, Davis into the side of Reedus. Here we go. We got 2 more trips around. 18 down, 2 to go. Down the backstretch. Mark Simon going to lead them. Trenton Houston sits in second. Peyton McDowell third. White flag. 1 more trip around. Down the backstretch for the final time here for your POWRi Pure Stocks. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag waves for the 23 of Mark Simon. Trenton Houston, Peyton McDowell, your top 3. All right, race fans, another feature winner in the books here tonight. Gonna have to make some noise when he climbs out of that car. Your POWRi Pure Stock feature winner, the 23 of Mark Simon. All right, race fans. That's going to wrap up Pure Stocks. Up next, our final feature of the night, your POWRi Beods. On the pole is the 30 of Rex Harris into his outside the 11 of Waylon Dimmitt. Row number 2 is going to be the 8S of Clayton Smith and the 83 of J.C. Newell. Row 3 going to be the 7 of William Garner and the 94 of Tyler Potter. Row 4, you got the 65 of Chris Jackson and the 11T of James Thompson. Row number 5 going to be the 20D of Dawson David and the 29 of Bronson Wicker. Row 6, you got the 00M of Matt Brookshire and the 2 of Eric Graves. Row number 7 going to be the 5C of Brian Cook and the 77 of Jeremy Hazel. Row 8 going to be the 18C of Carter Harrison and the 68 of Donnie Betts. Row 9, you got the 14C of Cody Crabtree and the 5R of Donald Randall. Row 10 going to be the 28 of Wesley Briggs and the 107 of Eli Muhlenberg. And row number 11 going to be the 26 of Eric Groves. Lights are down. We're going to be green flag when they come out of turn 4. And green flag is in the air. A little shaky start here in the mid-pack, but everybody's clean and clear down to the 1 and 2. They're going to go. Everybody makes it through safe and sound. Out at turn number 4, lap 1 goes to the 11 of Waylon Dimmitt. Oh, we got trouble. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just a little bit of left side, 11 and right side romance here in the mid-pack. Out front, it is Waylon Dimmitt. Here comes Tyler Potter, Rex Harris, JC. Oh, we got trouble in 3 and 4. Yellow, 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 yellow. I see the 68 of Donnie Betts, the 14C of Cody Crabtree, and I have no idea who the other car is. right, race fans, lights are down. We're going to be green flag when they come out of turn 4. Down into 3. Green cone. Green flag is back in the air. Down into 1 and 2. The field's going to rock and roll. Everybody going to make it through clean and clear. We're going to go down into 3. Waylon Dimmitt in the 11 car. Going to lead them out of turn 4. He's got Tyler Potter all over his back bumper. James Thompson sits in 3rd. Oh, we got a lot of bumping and banging. Dawson David drove right up to the back of Bronson Wicker. I see David, Brookshire, Hazel, Cook, and Crabtree. All right, here we go. Lights down. Waylon Dimmitt leads them in the Delaware double file restart. Green flag is in the air. Down to 1 and 2, the field goes. Waylon Dimmitt shoots off like a rocket. James Thompson moves into 2nd. He's got Tyler Potter there. Here comes the 65 of Chris Jackson. Jackson gonna run the top side all the way around the mighty Midway. Oh, look out, Bronson Wicker around. We got trouble. Bronson Wicker in the 29, Carter Harrison in the 18 seed, Brian Cook in the 5C, and Jeremy Hazel in the 77 all over there in turn 1 and 2. All right, race fans, lights are down. 4 laps down, 16 to go. Waylon Dimmitt, your race leader, and to 3, coming out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Down through 1 and 2, the field goes. Chris Jackson going to be up into number 3. Waylon Dimmitt out front. Oh, a little bit of rubbing between Newell and here. Thompson sits in second. Here comes the 65 of Chris Jackson. Oh, Eric Graves goes around in turn 4. Yellow, 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 yellow. Green flag is back in the air. Waylon Dimmitt going to lead them on down to the 1 and 2. Oh, Chris Jackson into second over Thompson through 4. And Jackson going to hold on to the number 2 spot. Time for a rematch from last weekend. Dimmitt, Jackson, they're about to go at it door to door, bumper to bumper, just like last weekend, a repeat. Beods got the lead as Jackson's got to chase him down. Here we go, drag race to the line. It's Waylon Dimmitt by a car. Chris Jackson second, James Thompson third. Oh, Jackson goes high. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum there. Yellow is out. Yellow is out for the 68 of Donnie Betts. Lights are down. Into 3, out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Down into 3, they're going to go Jackson down to the bottom side. Dimmitt going to run the middle. It's still Waylon Dimmitt. We got pieces flying off the car. I don't know where it went now. Oh, it's still down there on the car. On the track. Yellow, 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 yellow. All right, lights are down, 10 to go. Waylon Dimmitt still your race leader. Chris Jackson, James Thompson, your top 3. Tyler Porter, J.C. Newell, your top 5. No. Thompson got a little jumpy. All right, we're going to try it again after they got a little antsy on that last restart. Down the back stretch and into 3. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Waylon Dimmitt, your race leader. Here comes Chris Jackson down the bottom side, a repeat of last Friday. As they're going to go through 1 and 2, it is Chris Jackson to the race lead. Single file through the field right now. Jackson now solidified that number 1 spot. Thompson, your top 3. Potter, Newell, Garner, David, Muhlenberg, Hazel, Cook, Crabtree, Wicker, Graves, and Betts. That's how the field is. Oh, Eric Graves goes way high. Brings it back down onto the track. We're going to stay clean and green. Cody Crabtree goes around in turn 1 and 2. Eric Graves T-bones him. That brings out another yellow. All right, we're going to try it again. Lights are down. We're going to be green flag when they come out of turn 4. Chris Jackson, your race leader. Into 3, out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Down in the 1 and 2, everybody going to make it through clean and clear. Chris Jackson got some separation right off the get-go. As it's going to be Jackson, Dimmitt, Thompson, Potter, Newell, your top 5. William Garner sitting right there in 6, followed in by Dawson David. Out of turn 4, it's still Jackson all the way now. As he's starting to pull away, creating a lot of separation between him and Waylon Dimmitt. Laps are ticking down here in our final feature of the evening. Two more trips around for the 65 of Chris Jackson. Waylon Dimmitt second. Thompson sitting pretty in third. As they're going to go down to turn 3, Jackson got about a half a straightaway lead as he's going to see the white flag. One more trip around for Chris Jackson. Stretching into 3 for the final time. Coming out of turn number 4. Checkered flag waves for the 65 of Chris Jackson. Waylon Dimmitt second and James Thompson third. All right, our final feature winner of the evening down there in Victory Lane. As he's going to get his safety equipment off, and we're going to crown our final feature winner of the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the 65 of Chris Jackson. Don't forget, race fans, we will race next Saturday night. We will not be here Friday night. We will be here Saturday night for the Bill Ragland Memorial. Y'all drive home safe. Have a safe holiday weekend. And we'll see y'all Saturday night.